Welcome back, everybody, to Risky Field. Keith Kelly here with you as we get ready for some high school football. Central getting out on the field, and Rock Springs ready to go as well as these two teams line up. Let's run down your starting lineup. Central won the toss. They will elect to get the ball first, and we will run down the Rock Springs starters along the defensive front. You have Randon Gresham, A.J. Kelly on the interior, Blake Harrison, also a defensive tackle, and on the other end, Avery Maslin. Your linebackers on the inside, Lewis Atkinson and Levi Huffman. On the outside, Ashton Walther and Chase Petty. At corner, you have Brendan Jasmine and Damon Longfell on the other side, and Tristan Profeiser is at free safety. Let's go ahead and take a timeout while the national anthem goes. We will get you ready for high school football and the Central starters right after this. You're listening to the Prep Game of the Week here on KFBC. All right, those of you listening on YouTube or Periscope, I'll switch it over to the football field here in just a moment once we get ready for kickoff.
The Indians won the toss and elected to receive. Rock Springs is elected to be announced as a team. So please welcome head coach David Hastings and the Rock Springs Tigers.
Okay.
The starting offense for the Cheyenne Central Indians. At left tackle, number 78, senior Reese Rubin.
Should take a picture of me.
At left guard, number 73, sophomore T.J. Wilson. At center, number 63, senior D.J. Weiss. At right guard, number 62, senior Michael Hill. At right tackle, number 59, senior.
Welcome back, everybody, to Risky Field. Keith Kelly here with you as we are about ready for action here between Central and Rock Springs as the Tigers and Indians looking for their first win. Let's run down your starting lineups now for the Central Indians. At left tackle, a 6'1", 251-pound senior, Reese Rubin. A 5'10", 245-pound sophomore. At guard, T.J. Wilson. Your center, 5'11", 250-pound senior, D.J. Weiss. At right guard, a 5'11", 235-pound senior, Michael Hill. And at right tackle, a 6'2", 235-pound senior, Jordan Conine. At wide receiver, a 6', 150-pound senior, Ty Langley. And at the other wide receiver, 6'3", 160-pound senior, Blaine Dilley. At the slot back, a 5'9", 155-pound senior, Nico Vite. At the H-back, more like a tight end, 6'4", 225-pound sophomore Brady Storbo. The running back for the Indians, 6 foot, 185-pound senior Kobe Goosen. And at quarterback, a 6'1", 150-pound junior Dawson McCleary. Head coach is Mike Apodaca. The Indians 0-2 on the season. The Tigers are 0-2 on the season. This is 97.5 FM and AM 1240 KFBC, Cheyenne, Wyoming. Keith Kelly here with you at Risky Field, as the Indians will get the football first. It is a beautiful evening for football here. Kickoff temperature is 75 degrees, actually warm outside. Not really a breath of wind, a little bit of wind, not too much, as kicking off for Rock Springs will be Colin Madsen. For the Indians, back deep to receive will be Nico Vite. We are about ready for action. The Tigers will have it teed up. They are in the road unis, white uniforms, orange pants, orange numbers, orange helmets. Central in the black tops with white pants, white numbers, red on the shoulder pads, and white helmets. Kicking from left to right, that is Madsen. And we are underway. It will be a short kick that will be taken by an up back for Central, and he'll plow his way forward up near the 40-yard line, and the Indians will have the football first. 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Number 81, Jared Dilly with the return.
So here come the Central offense, ready to go on their first possession. It'll be Dawson McCleary with Goosen behind him. Storbo split out wide to the right. Ty Langley on the near side. McCleary hands it off to Goosen, right up the gut. Goosen across the 45, spins his way down to the 46-yard line, and a heck of a gain, a good gain to the 47. That's a pickup of 9 yards for Kobe Goosen on the first carry of the game, up to the 47-yard line. And Central will go quick. 1st and 10. 2 wide to the right side, 2 to the near side. Storbo in a slot, man in motion. That is Vite to the formation. Going to flare one out. Langley makes the grab, cuts it back up at the 50, slips another tackle at the 45 in Rock Springs territory, and a gain up to the 46-yard line of Rock Springs. So that is a first down and a pickup of 7 yards on the pass play to Ty Langley. Completed pass. 1st and 10 for the Indians at the Rock Springs 46. This is exactly what I was talking about for Central. McCleary dropping back to pass, looking over the middle, got a man there, and Vite just overshot him. Nico Vite, incomplete pass. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Ball at the 47 for Central, at the Rock Springs 47. Clock stopped, 11:06 left to go, no score on the Terrelato Center scoreboard. McCleary in the shotgun, Goosen to his right, 3 wide receivers to the right side. This is some different offense that we've seen. We've normally seen Storbo in that H-back position in the backfield. Now they're spreading it out a little bit more. 2nd and 10, McCleary rolling out the pass. He's got all day to throw. He's got a man there. It is caught by caught by Blaine Dilly at the 34-yard line. That is a pickup of, from the 46 to the 34, of 12 yards to Blaine Dilly, and a first down for the Indians at the Rock Springs 34. 1st and 10. I really like this drive by the Indians right here. Trips to the left side, handed up the gut to Goosen. Goosen pushes the pile forward across the 30 to the 29. 5 more yards for Kobe Goosen on his second carry of the game. Second down and 5 from the 29, and David Hastings and Rock Springs want to take a timeout. We'll take one with them with 10:33 to go in the first quarter. Central driving and no score on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard with Rock Springs. We'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to High School Football on KFBC. Welcome back, everybody, to Risky Field. Keith Kelly here with you as Central on the move. Their first possession of the game. They have it second down and 5 at the Rock Springs 29-yard line. Man in motion, flip it to Vite. That's actually a forward pass. Vite trying to get to the edge, and he is going to be tripped up at about the 28. He went a long ways to get a yard or two.
Number 3, Nico Vite with the carry.
That is a pickup of 2 on the pass play. 2 yards from McCleary to Vite. It'll be third down and 3 for the Indians at the 27. Movement up front, but Rock Springs does not jump off sides. McCleary on the near hash. Drops back to pass. McCleary looking for a man open, and he throws it right to a Rock Springs Tiger on the far side of the field, and he is off to the races. Inside the 40, down to the 30, cuts it back up the field, and oh boy, what a terrible break for the Central Indians as McCleary threw the interception. I believe that was Calvin Jeffries that picked off the pass and took it back the other way. And for the Indians, that is a very tough break. It'll be 1st and 10 now for the Tigers at the Central 25-yard line. And they run that tight formation. Justice Reese will be under center. O'Keer in motion. Give it to O'Keer off the right side. He fights his way forward from the 25 to the 22-yard line. It'll be a gain of 3 for favor O'Keer, the leading rusher for the Tigers.
Tackled by number 58, Val Hurd.
Val Hurd getting in there on the stop. Second down and 7 for the Tigers. Full house backfield, man in motion. This time they're going to hand it off straight up the gut, and that's going to be a handoff. I don't know who that is because he's not on the roster. I have no idea who just ran that ball, but he was number 41, and he took it across the 22 to the 9, a gain of 13 yards on the play. So hopefully we can get number 41's name out there. So 1st and goal for the Tigers at the 9-yard line. They're going to give it to number 41 again. He's got a big hole that closes quickly. Gain of 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 7. Rock Springs, their first possession after Central had a good drive going. One wide receiver splits out wide to the right side. That is Profizer. O'Keer in motion. They're going to give it to O'Keer. Cuts it back across the 5. He's going to be stood up at the 5-yard line. So 2 more yards for favor O'Keer.
Number 23, favor
It'll be
O'Keer
3rd and goal for the Tigers from the 5-yard line.
22, Hayden George.
Hayden George with the stop for the Indians. Can Central hold the Tigers to a field goal attempt? Justice Reese under center. Atkinson behind him, man in motion. Number 41 fights his way forward, barreling into the end zone for a touchdown, a 5-yard touchdown run for I have no idea who, because he's not on the Rock Springs roster, and it's 6-0 Tigers with the lead with 7:37 to play here in this first quarter. So, Rock Springs with the lead, 6-0. They're going to go for two, Rock Springs. And rolling out is Reese, looking to the end zone for Coleman Welsh. A flag comes in behind the play. This is going to be pass interference on Central.
We have a flag on
As
the play.
Coleman Welsh, now that we know that, it'll be a little closer attempt for the Tigers on the 2-point conversion.
Replayed it down.
So they'll try her again. Two-point conversion here for Rock Springs, as the football will be up near the 1. Welsh and O'Keefe, the wings. Reese hands it off to O'Keefe, who rumbles in to the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and the Tigers will take an 8-0 lead here in the first quarter as they score on their first possession. Going for two, 7:37 to play here in the first. It's Rock Springs 8, Central nothing on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. We will take a 30-second break. You're listening to high school football here on KFBC. Welcome back, everybody, to Risky Field. Central trailing Rock Springs 8-0 on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. Unfortunate turn of events because the Indians had quite a drive going, and they turned the ball over. An interception. And Calvin Jeffries picked it off for the Tigers and took it back the other way to set up Rock Springs on a 25-yard drive. The kick, a low end-over-end kick that's going to get past and go out of bounds on the far side of the field as one of the upbacks, Carter Labatos, let it go out of bounds. And it was a good decision. Central will have very good field position at their own 35-yard line to start off this possession. Well, you know, they had some confidence. They got what they wanted. And unfortunately, it didn't go the way they wanted there. So it'll be 1st and 10 Indians right there at their own 35-yard line. Dawson McCleary, quarterback for Central, with Kobe Goosen behind him. Two wide receivers to the right side, two to the near. Flip it out to Goosen. Goosen on the far side cuts it back up, tripped up, and a flag comes in behind the play. A gain of 2 for Goosen. But we've got a flag. Holding will be on the offense, so a 10-yard penalty on Central will push them back, with the Indians trailing 8-0 on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. So they'll bring the penalty back to the 28, where it'll be 1st and 17 for the Indians. McCleary, shotgun set, trips to the left side. Now he's directing traffic on 1st down. Goosen to his left. Straight handoff to Goosen. Goosen across the 30, pushes the pile forward, still on his feet, crossing the 35 down to the 39. That'll be a pickup of 11 yards for Kobe Goosen. And he's getting that penalty yardage back. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Indians as they get up quickly to the line of scrimmage. McCleary dropping back to pass. McCleary pump fake. Now he's going to tuck it under, try to run with it. He's got a step across the 40. 45 slides at the 46, and he'll have a 1st down. That is a pickup of 7 yards and a 1st down for Dawson McCleary for the Indians.
Number 11, Dawson McCleary with the quarterback keeper.
McCleary to the 46. Clock stops, 6:32 to play, 1st quarter, 8-0. Rock Springs leading Central on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. McCleary. Goosen to his left in the gun. 3 wide to the left side. McCleary looking over the middle. Got him in there. It's caught by Vite. Vite across the 35 down to the 33-yard line into Rock Springs territory once again. Nice zip on the pass. Dawson McCleary to Nico Vite from the 46 of Central to the 33-yard line of Rock Springs. That is a gain of 21 yards to Nico Vite and a 1st down.
1st down for the Indians.
1st and 10 Central. 2nd time they've been on Rock Springs' side of the field. Can they capitalize this time? They bring Stormo up in his H-back position. Goosen behind McCleary in the pistol. 1st and 10. Handed off to Goosen, right side. Goosen fights his way forward to near the 30. 3 yards for Kobe Goosen.
Number 30. Kobe
Check that. 2 yards. 2
Indians.
yards for Goosen.
Tackled by number 44, Ross Brown.
Ross Brown getting in there for Rock Springs on the tackle. McCleary in the gun. Trips to the left side for Central. Movement up front. And I believe Central is going to get whistled for their 2nd penalty. This will be a 5-yard procedure penalty on the Indians.
False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty, replay the down.
So push it back to the 36-yard line, where it'll be 2nd down and 13 for the Indians. Get 3 wide receivers to the wide side of the field. Central moving from right to left. McCleary going to flare one out to Vite. Vite's got blockers trying to get to the edge, and he's going to be tripped up as he gets to the 34. Just 2 yards to Nico Vite. That is it. It'll be 3rd down and 11 for Central at the Rock Springs 34-yard line.
Damo Longfellow.
McCleary, shotgun set, looks to the sideline. Gets the play call. Goosen to his right. They're going to roll McCleary out. He's got time to throw. Pressure on the backside. He's going to now launch it, pass it. It's tipped up in the air and falls incomplete.
McCleary's pass intended for number 3, Nico Vite.
Intended for Nico Vite. It'll be 4th down for Central. Clock stop with 4:31 to play here in the 1st quarter. And the Tigers from Rock Springs leading Central 8-0 on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. Central looking like they're going to go for it here. On 4th and 11 from the Rock Springs 34. Storbo and Vite switch sides of the field with 2 receivers to either side. Goose into the right of McCleary. Central got to get up to the Rock Springs 23-yard line, and McCleary looks like he's changing the play as well. Goosen now to the left. Straight drop back for McCleary. McCleary looking deep down the field. He's got a man there, and it is overshot. Nico Vite was wide open, and McCleary just couldn't find him, and it falls incomplete. It'll be a turnover on downs for the Indians with 4:26 to play here in the first quarter, trailing Rock Springs 8-0. Again, Central moving down the field, unable to get anything going. So Rock Springs football at their own 34-yard line. There's that tight double wing formation. At least we know who Coleman Welsh is. Damon Longfellow in motion. They're going to hand it right up the gut to Longfellow. He'll cross the 35, fight his way up to the 39. A pickup of 5 yards for Damon Longfellow.
Number 1, Damo Longfellow carries for the Tigers.
Second down,
Tackled by number 22,
5
Hayden George.
for Rock Springs as Hayden George getting in there making the stop. New quarterback here for Rock Springs, Seth Hymas under center. Longfellow in motion, handed up right up the gut, and that is going to be Blaine Richards. Check it. Tristan Profizer with the carry. Not much going on there. Actually, I don't think that was.
Number 45.
That was Blaine Richards with the carry.
Stopped by number 57,
Gain
Tanner
of
Martin.
2 up to the 41. 3rd and 3 for Rock Springs. I thought that was a 45 there. It'll be 3rd and 3 for Rock Springs. Man in motion, handed off, big hole, first down, stuffed at the 46, a pickup of 5 yards for Landon Toth. Gain of 6 to the 46-yard line.
Number 25, Landon Toth with the first down.
1st and 10, Rock Springs at
Tackled by
their
number
own
21,
46-yard line. 3 minutes to play here in this first quarter, and the Tigers leading 8-0. Longfellow in motion, handed off to Longfellow, take it off right side. He's going to be stood up, met by Val Hurd. They're going to give him a yard to the 47, Longfellow. But that is it. Good defense right there by
Longfellow with the carry.
the Indians.
Number 57, Tanner Martin with the stop.
It will be 2nd down and 9 for Rock Springs. Under center. The quarterback handed straight up the middle again. Nothing doing for the running back. That is going to be Atkinson for a yard. That's it. It'll be 3rd down for Rock Springs. Lewis Atkinson. 3rd down and 8 for Rock Springs with 1:45 to play in the first quarter. Hymas under center. Calvin Jeffrey split out wide to the left. Man in motion. Going to roll Hymas out, being pressured. Got a man open off the fingertips of Landon Toth. It'll be incomplete by Hymas. Fourth down for Rock Springs. They don't punt often, and Hymas will stay out there as the clock stops with 1:31 to go in the first. Ball at the 47-yard line of Rock Springs. Hymas isn't, I mean, he's kind of in punt formation, but he's not as deep. He's only 7 yards back. Hymas will punt it away, angle it to the near side. It's going to hit out of bounds at about the 24-yard line. Will it be 1st and 10 Indians right there at their own 24-yard line? Central will have the football. Their 3rd possession of the game with 1:25 to play in the first quarter. It is 8-0. Rock Springs leading the Central Indians here in the first quarter. Well, turnover on downs their last drive and a turnover on their first drive for Central. As the Indians will come out on their 3rd possession of the game. So Dawson McCleary will lead the troops out. He's done pretty well through the air. Gooson's had some yardage on the ground. He's back there behind McCleary in a pistol set. Handed off to Gooson. Gooson right up the gut across the 25, up near the 30. Gain of 7 for Kobe Gooson. Bring up a 2nd and short. 2nd down and 3 yards to go for Central.
Kobe Gooson with the carry. Number 74, Blake Harrison with the stop.
Blake Erickson with the stop. Harrison with the stop for Rock Springs. McCleary looking to pass. Flares one out. Got a man wide open on the far side of the field. Cut it back up 40. Down to the 43, 44-yard line. Pass is completed to Blaine Dilly. Pickup of 13 yards from McCleary to Dilly. His 2nd catch of the evening.
Number 21, Blaine Dilly.
McCleary's already thrown 10 balls here
Brendan Jasmine.
in the first quarter. Clock stops, now rolling, 45 seconds. Brendan Jasmine with the stop for Rock Springs. Trips to the near side. McCleary all by himself. 5 wide receivers in the formation for Central. McCleary changing the play call. He drops back in the shotgun, taking his time. Play clock now winding down. Man in motion. They're going to flip it back to Vite. He's going to have to just fall on the football back at the 37-yard line. Looks like they'll mark it at the 38 on the near side. So that'll be a loss of 5 for Vite. Loss of 5 for Nico Vite. And that is the last play of the first quarter, as Central will not get another playoff. That is the end of the first quarter. And it is Rock Springs leading Central after 1. It is 8-0 on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. We will take a 60-second timeout. You're listening to the Prep Game of the Week here on KFBC. Welcome back, everybody, to Risky Field. Keith Kelly here with you, statistician this evening, the lovely Catherine Kelly. Switching sides now. Central has it. 2nd down and 15, trailing 8-0 on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. Empty backfield. Vite in motion. Fake the fly sweep. McCleary's going to keep it himself right up the middle. He'll get those 5 yards back. Dawson McCleary for 5. It'll be 3rd and 10 for Central at their own 43-yard line on the first play of the second quarter. Well, Central's been able to get into Rock Springs territory on their first 2 possessions. They were going strong down the field on their first possession before the interception by McCleary. He drops back to pass, now rolls out to the left, looks for a man open, and it's almost picked off again. Longfellow had it and dropped it. There were two Central Indians over there, Ty Langley and Nico Vite, and McCleary threw it right between them both. It'll be 4th down for Central, and they will have to punt the football away. Nico Vite will punt it for the Indians. Back deep to receive is Longfellow. Vite waiting for the snap. Rugby style kick is going to go off of Longfellow, and one of the Rock Springs players coming up with the football. They're fighting for it, but a Rock Springs player comes up with it, and that's Dylan Christofferson with the scoop up as Longfellow couldn't handle the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Tigers from their own 24-yard line. So Rock Springs leading 8-0 here in the second quarter. Who is the quarterback? Is that Justice Reese back in the game? Coleman Welsh in motion. They'll hand it off to Welsh. Welsh pushes his way forward for a couple. They're going to give Coleman Welsh 3 yards on a 1st down carry.
Number 41, Coleman Welsh carries for the Tigers.
So we did find him because he wasn't in numerical order. He was right between numbers 8 and 10 on the Rock Springs roster. That seems about right. 2nd and 7 for Rock Springs. Now they're going to go with the power I. Some people call this the Maryland I. And they're going to hand it off to O'Keer, and he is stood up and not going to go very far. Maybe 2 to the 29-yard line for Favor O'Keer. It'll be 3rd down for Rock Springs. And there's a Rock Springs player down, clutching his right knee.
Favor O'Keer carries for the Tigers.
And one of the trainers for the Tigers coming out. This is one of the offensive linemen for Rock Springs as the Tigers take a knee. The Indians are going to go to their sideline. And that is, I believe, Carson Tyler. They're going to help him up, and he's going to try and get off the field. Rock Springs does not have heights and weights on their roster, but he's a big fella. Getting some help off from a couple of his coaches. Carson Tyler's a big dude. So 2 yards for O'Keer, and it'll be 3rd and 5. And the Central fans making some noise on the far side of the field. 3rd and 5 for Rock Springs. They're going to flare one receiver out to the left, Nick Fagel. Wing formation. Going to roll out Reese. Reese being pressured, gets away, now loses the football. It's picked up by the Indians. Oh no, they're going to say an incomplete pass. Hayden George was ready to take it into the end zone, so incomplete for Justice Reese. It'll be 4th and 5 for Rock Springs as that Central defense coming up, getting some pressure on with 10:20 to play in the first half. They actually have the clock running. The clock should be stopped right now. The clock continues to run. I don't understand. It was an incomplete pass, guys. So about 20 seconds have come off the clock right now as Rock Springs will punt up the ball away. Hymas back to punt. End over end kick that Vite is going to take back at the 30-yard line. Vite across the 35, bounces it out to the outside at the 40. Vite to the 45-yard line, still on his feet at the 50, midfield, across midfield to the 45-yard line, and a big return by Nico Vite takes it back into Rock Springs territory. 1st and 10 Indians as they have the football. 9:48 left to go in the second quarter. 8-0 Tigers lead on the Terrell Center scoreboard. Nice return by Nico Vite, or as a lot of people call him, or ask me if his name is Vite. It is not. And Rock Springs is going to take another timeout, and David Hastings is furious. 9:48 to go until halftime. 8-0 Tigers leading the Indians on the Terrell Center scoreboard. We will take a 30-second break. You're listening to the Prep Game of the Week here on KFBC. What? Welcome back, everybody, to Risky Field. Keith Kelly here with you. Central trailing Rock Springs here in the second quarter. It is 8-0. But the Indians do have the football and good field position. They start this possession at the Rock Springs 45-yard line. One wide out to the right side. Straight handoff. Goosen will take it. Try to get to the edge. Cannot. He's going to be stopped for a loss. Nothing doing for Goosen. Coming up and making the stick, Chase Petty, who David Hastings was not happy with. So no gain. 2nd and 10. So 2nd and 10. Third time in 4 possessions the Central Indians have been on the Rock Springs side of the field. Dropping back to pass. McCleary looking over the middle. He's got Vite at the 30. Spins away, dropped at the 27-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 18 yards. Check it, 19 yards to the 26.
Number 3, Nico Vite.
I apologize. It is going to be the 27. 18 yards on the pass play. Nico Vite makes the reception as Dawson McCleary zipped a fastball in there. 1st and 10 Central. Man in motion. That is Vite from left to right. McCleary looking to pass. It's out to the flat, and it's dropped by Storbo. Brady Storbo unable to hang on.
McCleary's pass intended for number 80, Brady Storbo. Brings up 2nd down for the Indians.
He knows he should have had that one. It'll be 2nd down and 10 at the 27-yard line for the Indians. Trips to the left side. Blaine Dilley, the lone receiver, on the right side. Clock stopped with 8:53 to go in the second quarter. McCleary still, the play clock is winding down and barely getting the playoff. Handed off to Goosen, and he's got a yard. That's it to the 26 for Kobe Goosen. Almost a delay of game. 2 yards they give him to the 25. Nope, we'll keep it 1.
Number 45, Blaine Richards.
3rd and 9 for the Indians, just short of the 25-yard line. McCleary with Goosen to his right. Drops back to pass. McCleary looking over the middle. Pump fake. Nope, he's going to tuck it under. Now he lets it fly into the end zone, and it is almost picked off by Longfellow again. The intended receiver was Ty Langley, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 4th down for Central and 9 for the Indians. Already the 14th pass attempt. And Central's got the offense still out on the field. 3 wide receivers to their right side. As McCleary in the shotgun, going for it on 4th down. McCleary rolling out, lets it fly, and he had a man there. Dilly was open again, and he just misfired, did McCleary, and it's going to be another turnover on downs for the Indians as Rock Springs will take over at their own 25-yard line. 8:13 left to play here in this first half. Tigers lead on the Terrell Center scoreboard. That tight formation as Hymas is back in there, quarterback for Rock Springs. Longfellow will take the deep handoff, and he won't get back to the line of scrimmage, or will he? No gain for Damon Longfellow as Favor O'Keer will come into the game for Rock Springs.
Number 1, Damo Longfellow with the carry. Number 35.
They have it as Damo Longfellow on the roster. I believe it's Damon Longfellow. And by I believe it is because on their 2 deep, it says Damon. Hymas with O'Keer getting the pitch. O'Keer, right side, bouncing out to the outside across the 30. He's going to run out of room at the 35-yard line, forced out of bounds at the 37. A gain of 12 for Favor O'Keer. And a first down for Rock Springs.
23, Favor O'Keer with the first down.
Hymas getting the play call from the sideline as Blaine Dilly chased him out of bounds. 8-0, Rock Springs has the advantage here in the second quarter. One wide receiver, Tristan Profizer, out to the right side. Hymas under center, and little inside handoff is going to give it to Toth. Toth up to the 40. Landon Toth 5 yards on his carry.
Number 25, Landon Toth carries for the Tigers.
So second down, 3 yards on the play. I apologize. From the 37 to the 40, Matt Millen with the stop for Central. So second down at their own 40 for Rock Springs. Under center. Man in motion. They're going to flip it back. This is Toth, cuts it back, and he has stood up. Hayden George, that's a yard. That is it. Hayden George with a big stick at the 41. Gain of 1 for Toth.
25, Landon Toth with the carry.
It'll be another third down for Rock Springs. Actually, they give him 2 yards. This officiating staff, a very generous spot. 2 yards for Toth. 3rd and 5, 6.5 to play here in the second quarter on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. Hymas, wing set. He's going to look to pass, looking over the middle. Got a man down there. It's up for grabs, and O'Keer makes the grab near the 40-yard line in traffic. That is a gain from the 42 of Central to the 41 of Rock Springs. 17 yards to favor O'Keer.
Brought down by number 1, Jackson Thomas.
Jackson Thomas and Blaine Dilly were both right there, and he somehow made the grab as the clock will wind midway through. Well, it's supposed to be winding midway through this second quarter. Tigers on the march. Longfellow as they straight handoff right up the middle to Atkinson. Bounces it out to the outside. Lewis Atkinson inside the 30, down to the 26. And that is a gain of 15 for Lewis Atkinson. And Rock Springs on the attack here.
Tackled by number 22, Hayden George.
Hayden George eventually with the stop. It'll be 1st and 10 for Rock Springs at the Central 26-yard line. Hymas under center. 2 wing backs and a tailback behind him. Gonna flip it back. That is Toth. Toth across the 30, stopped at the 27 for a pickup of 4 yards. Landon Toth.
Number 25, Landon Toth with the carry. Number 55.
Second down and 6. Stop for Central, Matt Millen. As we approach 5 minutes to play in this second quarter. Hymas, man in motion, that's O'Keefe. He'll take the pitch, looking to get to the outside, now cuts it back. He's across the 20, down to the 16, near a first down. That's a gain of 6 for Favor O'Keefe.
Carries for the Tigers. Number 22,
Hayden George with the stop, and Central needs to take a timeout. 4:52 left to play in the second quarter. Rock Springs 8, Central nothing on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. We will take a 30-second break. You're listening to the Prep Game of the Week here on KFBC. Welcome back, everybody, to Risky Field. Keith Kelly here with you as Central trailing Rock Springs 8-0. Tigers have the football at the Central 16-yard line right now. Flip it back. That's Toth. Toth is hit hard, and he'll fight his way forward to the 15 on 3rd and short. It'll be a first down for Landon Toth, a gain of 1. But more importantly, a first down. Coleman Welsh coming into the game for Rock Springs. This fast-moving first half. Atkinson, Welsh, O'Keefe back there with Hymas. Handed off to Welsh. Welsh is pushing the pile forward to the 12. Gain of 3 for Coleman Welsh. Second down and 7 for Rock Springs. Central trying to hold Rock Springs to a possible field goal attempt. Welsh, Atkinson, O'Keefe all stay in the game again as the Tigers load up the right side of that line. Man in motion is O'Keefe. O'Keefe off to the right side. O'Keefe lowers the shoulder. He gets it across the 10 and pushes the pile pushed back. Where will they mark him down at?
Favor O'Keefe with the carry.
Not a lot there for O'Keefe.
8, Tanner Bullock.
Down to the 9 as Tanner Bullock got him down. So it'll be a gain of 3 more for Favor O'Keefe. 3rd and 4 for Rock Springs from the 9-yard line. Big play right here for the Central defense. Trailing 8-0 as we approach 3 minutes to play until halftime. Man in motion, flip it to O'Keefe. O'Keefe will have the first down as he gets, well, he'll be close. He's up to the 6. I don't know if he's going to have it or not. I think he's going to be about a yard short. 3 more yards for Favor O'Keefe as he takes it down to the 6, but no doubt Rock Springs will be going for this on 4th down.
4th down for the Tigers.
4th down and 1 at the 6-yard line. 2.5 to play. Second quarter. Hymas under center. And in motion is Welsh. Welsh will take the handoff, and I don't know, folks. He is not even close. Coleman Welsh, no gain. The Central defense stands him up. No gain for Coleman Welsh. And the Indians defense does its job and stops the Tigers on downs with 2:22 to play in the second quarter in an 8-0 ball game.
41.
Big hand for that Central defense. There's some confidence right there for Central. And that's a big stop right before the half. Now, can Central possibly get a big play going right here and maybe get something going towards their side of the field? They're back at their own 6-yard line. Actually, about 7. Looks like a loss of a yard for Coleman Welsh. But Central's got the football.
At the 200-meter start line.
Dawson McCleary will be in the pistol. McCleary fakes the handoff, looking to pass, got a man open over the middle. It's caught by Storbo. Storbo fighting his way across the 20. Storbo still fighting for yards down to the 25-yard line. Good job by Brady Storbo. That is going to be an 18-yard pickup. McCleary to Storbo. Clock stops momentarily. Jasmine with the stop for Rock Springs. Approaching 2 minutes to play. 1st and 10. Indians hand it off to Goosen. Goosen spins his way down to close to the 30. They'll mark him at 29. 4 yards for Kobe Goosen.
Kobe Goosen with the carry.
Clock continuing to run, under 2 to go here in the first half. I believe Central's got 1 timeout left. And McCleary gets the call for the sideline out of the pistol. Goosen behind him. Fake the handoff. He's going to roll out to the far side of the field. McCleary looking to set his feet. Nope, he's going to be brought down. Sacked by Blaine Richards, and Central will call a timeout. That'll be a loss from the 29 to the 25. Loss of 4. Loss of 4 for McCleary, and a timeout going to be taken by the Central Indians. 1:23 to play in the second quarter. Central trailing Rock Springs 8-0 on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. We'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to the Prep Game of the Week here on KFBC. You're out of practice. Back here at Risky Field. Got a good one right here. Low scoring in the second quarter, nearing half. It is Central trailing Rock Springs 8-0. Indians, I mean, if I look at the stats at halftime, might have actually rolled up more yards here in the first half, but they have just been unable to do anything with it. They have it 3rd and 10 back at their own 25-yard line. Needing a big play. They're faking the handoff. They'll flare one to Dilly. Dilly looking for blockers. 30, 35, first down across the 40 down to the 42-yard line. Little slip screen. Blaine Dilly, 17 yards on the pass play from Dawson McCleary. The clock will stop.
McCleary's pass complete to number 21, Blaine Dilly.
1st and 10 at the 42. Clock stops momentarily while they move the sticks. Central on the move. Clock now rolling with about a minute to go. McCleary rolling out to his left. Looking down the field, overshooting Ty Langley, had him open again. And it'll be 2nd down and 10 back at the 42. So 2nd and 10 with the clock now at 1:02 left to play in the second quarter. A lot of the other 4A games getting going at 7 o'clock, so they haven't even kicked off yet. We are the early start. East at Thunder Basin goes at 7. South at Kelly Walsh going at 7. Number 1 versus number 2 at Casper. Sheridan and Natrona will go at 7. 2nd and 10 from their own 42. McCleary out of the gun, rolling out near side. McCleary looking near side, got a man there. It is caught by Vitae, out of bounds at the 47, a pickup of just 5.
McCleary's pass complete, number 3, Nico Vitae.
To Vitae, 3rd and 5. That's Nico's 5th grab of the night for 48 yards. Ball at their own 47. Clock stop with 56 seconds to play in the second quarter. Central trailing 8-0 on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. Brady Storbo now to a little closer to the formation. Vitae in motion from right to left. Dropping back to pass is McCleary. McCleary looking deep down the field. He has got a man wide open there. Man falls down, and it is dropped by Vitae. Oh, boy, McCleary couldn't put it in a better spot at the 20-yard line. Longfellow had fallen down, and it'll be incomplete. It'll be 4th down and 5 for the Indians at their own 47-yard line. Oh, boy. Dawson McCleary wishing he had that one back. That could have been a touchdown. Clock stops with 50 seconds to play, and looks like Central might go for it here. Nope, they've got the long snapper out. Well, they're acting like they may go for it. We've seen McCleary punt in these situations too, so we'll see if they do go for it or not. 4th down. McCleary out. They're going to go for it. Dropping back to pass. Looking down the field for Dilly. Dilly is not going to make the grab as it falls incomplete, well overthrown. And that's going to be a turnover on downs again. And what it does is it gives Rock Springs excellent field position. 1st and 10. Rock Springs from the Central 47-yard line. And the Tigers have 45 seconds to work with here. Dawson McCleary threw the ball 21 times in this first half. First and 10, loading up the right side. Justice Reese back there at quarterback. Reese rolling out, looking to pass down the field, being flushed, looking down the field for man open. That is Calvin Jeffries. Check that. That is Chase Petty back there as it falls incomplete. Ball back to the 47. Not Rock Springs' strong suit, passing the football as there's 38 seconds left.
Number 7, Chase Petty.
They do average 118 yards passing, which is 6th in 4A. So far this evening, 17 yards through the air. 2nd and 10. Reese under center. Again, the strong side of the line is on the right side. O'Keer in motion. Flip it to O'Keer. O'Keer looking to get to the edge. He's got some room. O'Keer brought down at the 40-yard line. Officially mark him down at the 47 to the 39. 8 yards for Favor O'Keer. Clock running, under 20 seconds to go, and Rock Springs facing a 3rd and 2. Not in any hurry to get a playoff as we're down to 10 seconds, and Justice Reese, boy, it's a very strange call right there as Rock Springs is going to go to the locker room at the half. Rock Springs leading Central right now. It is 8-0 at halftime. Rock Springs with the lead. We will take a timeout and come back with our halftime show following these messages. You're listening to high school football on 97.5 FM, AM 1240, KFBC Cheyenne, Wyoming, also streaming worldwide on our website, kfbcradio.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2nd installment of the 2018 Marching Indians Competition Show. This year's show is entitled Myths, Legends, and Heroes, and features both classical and contemporary music. The show opens with Mars, the Bringer of War, by Gustav Holst. This classic piece is meant to portray the mythical Roman god of war. The theme from the HBO hit Game of Thrones is our second piece this week. Legend and myth combined in this fantasy piece that brings dragons to life. Stay tuned for changes to this piece as the season progresses. We hope you enjoyed the second installment of our 2018 show. The 2018 Marching Indians are under the direction of Kevin Madigan with Associate Director Steve Howard. The color guard is under the direction of Elisa Maggio. The 2018 Marching Indians are led on the field by drum majors Kate Hayes-Siltzer and Matt Pearson. Color guard captain is Jesse Church. Drum majors Kate Hayes-Siltzer and Matt Pearson. Is your band ready? Central High School, you may begin your halftime performance.
I have 157 to 122, so we're close. Ugh, right? Huh? They're just not, I mean, they're in a game though. I mean, that's big confidence for them. Welcome back, everybody, to halftime. Central trailing Rock Springs at the break. It is 8-0 on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard as the Tigers have the lead. I mean, you look at the stats, and they're pretty tight, but Central's been able to move the football. They've thrown it. They've had one turnover. It was a costly one. On their first possession of the game, they drove right down the field on Rock Springs, mixing it up with some runs, mixing it up with some passes, but an interception at the 25-yard line at Rock Springs, and David Longfellow nearly brought it back to the house, setting up Rock Springs' first and only score of the game as Coleman Welsh took one in from 5 yards out, and the two-point conversion was good by Favor O'Keefe, and that's our only score of the game. Rock Springs has been turned it over on downs a couple times. Central right near the half. Boy, they had a chance to go the length of the field. Started at their own 6, got it up to near midfield, and unfortunately Nico Vite dropped a perfect dime by Dawson McCleary, and just unable to make the plays they need to make in order to get this win for the Indians. So trailing only 8-0 right now on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. We will take a timeout. I tell you what, for those of you watching on our YouTube channel, KFBC Sports, we'll leave it here and allow you to listen to the Central Band perform and watch them perform as well at halftime. You're listening to the Prep Game of the Week here on KFBC.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we would like to take a few moments to recognize the players of the
Welcome back, everybody, to Risky Field. Keith Kelly here with you. 8-0 Central trailing Rock Springs at the half on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. Let's run down your first half stats brought to you by the Gill Window Company. On the ground for Rock Springs, 105 yards rushing as a team. Favor O'Keer leading the way, 8 carries for 39 yards. Coleman Welsh has 6 carries, 26 yards, and a touchdown. Landon Toth, 5 carries, 16 yards. Lewis Atkinson, 2 for 16. And Damon Longfellow, 3 for 6 yards. Just 17 yards through the pass through the air. Seth Hymas, 1 of 2 for 17 yards. Justice Reese, 0 for 2. That lone pass was to favor O'Keer for 17 yards. Rock Springs also had an interception. Calvin Jeffries with an interception in the first quarter. For Central, 42 yards rushing, led by Kobe Goosens, 8 carries, 39 yards. Dawson McCleary, 3 carries, 8 yards. Nico Vite, 1 for -5. Through the air, McCleary, 10 of 21 for 115 yards and an interception. Vite, 5 catches, 48 yards. Blaine Dilly, 3 catches, 42 yards. Ty Langley had 1 catch for 7 yards. And Brady Storbo, 1 grab for 18 yards. The Indians penalized 2 times for 15 yards. We'll come back with scores from around the state of Wyoming following these messages. You're listening to high school football here on KFBC.
5th and 6th grade Youth League Indians, coached by Jeff Teasley. Finally, we would like to recognize the junior high football players, the McCormick Warriors. 7th grade, coached by Dan Morris, Joey Barlow, Jeff Wordman, Braden Morris, and Dan Gunn. 8th grade, coached by Jeff Reed, Jake Heiser, Philip Bennett, and Cameron Karajanis. Once again, to all the young athletes participating in youth football, thank you for participating in youth sports. And to all the coaches, thank you for taking time to coach these young athletes. Ladies and gentlemen, an iPhone and a Galaxy S8 Plus has been found once again. An iPhone and a Galaxy S8 Plus have both been found. Please go to the gate on the east side if you've lost a phone.
Welcome back, everybody, to Risky Field. Keith Kelly here with you as we are at the half. Central trailing Rock Springs 8-0 on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. Let's run down scores from around the state of Wyoming for you in 4A. Everything else getting underway right now. Sheridan, Natrona, no score. East Thunder Basin, no score. South and Kelly Walsh, no score. Laramie, Campbell County, all underway right now. In 3A, the same thing. Number 5, Douglas, is leading Hot Springs, South Dakota, 14-13 at the half. Everything else just underway now in Class 3A. In 2A, number 3, Mountain View at the half, leading Big Piney, 28-0. Also at the half, Burns leading Moorcroft 22-16. So the Broncs, under first-year head coach Brad Morrison, looking for their second win of the season to start off the year. 1A final, number 3, Cokeville beat Southeast 48-13. Also a final, number 5, Wind River over Rocky Mountain 28-0. That game was played in Ethity. Lusk leading Tongue River at the half 12-6. Finals in 6-man exhibition game. Number 1, Farson Eden crushed Saratoga's JV 78-36. KC won by forfeit over Rock River. Meteetsee beat St. Stephen's 72-7. And in an interclass matchup, it is a number 4 in 1A, Upton Sundance leading the 4th-ranked team in 2A, Wheatland 19-14. That is in the second quarter. We are at 8-0. Central leading at the half. Rock Springs leading at the half on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. We will come back with the start of the second half following these messages. You're listening to high school football here on KFBC.
Central High would like to thank its corporate sponsors with the Chief Award, the Cheyenne Soccer Club, Dino Noble, IBEW, McGee Hearn & Pies, Simpson Electric, Taco John's, Town and Country Supermarket, Western State Bank, College of Engineering and Applied Science, with the Brave Award, ABI Engineering, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Chick-fil-A, Caldwell Banker, The Property Exchange, John Pesh Incorporated, First Education Credit Union, First Interstate Bank, McDonald's, Laramie County Chiropractic, Mechanical Systems, Perkins, Y-High Federal Credit Union, Wyoming Bank and Trust, Pepsi, Cheyenne's Women's Clinic, Capital Lumber, Trophy Creative, Farm Bureau Insurance, Ayala, Jeff Teasley.
Back here at Risky Field, Central High School. Keith Kelly here with you as we get ready to start the second half. Rock Springs leading Central 8-0 up on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. Keith Kelly here with you, my lovely statistician, Mrs. Catherine Kelly, here with us as well. Relieving me of one of my duties, keeping stats. Central will be kicking off from left to right as we start the second half. Rock Springs will have the football. And back deep to receive, Longfellow and O'Keefe back deep to receive. The kick from Reese Rubin. Central yet to kick off here. Again, a good crowd for the Indians. Good student section as well from Central. Support as Rubin kicks it deep from left to right. It's going to be taken by Longfellow, bobbles it at the 11-yard line. Longfellow straight up the gut at the 30. He's going to be drugged down by Reese Rubin, I believe, at the 32, 33-yard line. 1st and 10 for Rock Springs.
Tackled by number 78.
And they will have 1st and 10 up near the 33-yard line for their first possession of the game, of the second half. At quarterback, Justice Reese got the start, but they have platooned he and Seth Hymas each possession. It is going to be Reese. Give it to Welsh. Welsh right up the gut, pushes the pile forward, but only for a yard. Coleman Welsh, 1 yard for the Tigers. That's it.
41, Coleman Welsh with the carry. Tackled by number 22, Hayden George.
It'll be 2nd down and 8. 2-yard gain for Welsh. I've been off by a yard this entire game. I would say the entire game. 8-0, 2nd down and 8. There's really been no threat of a pass for Rock Springs in this game. O'Keefe in motion in the backfield. Give it to him straight up the gut, and he is driven back, met by Matt Millen. He may have gotten a yard up to the 36. That is it. Boy, what a stick and tackle by Millen. 1 yard for O'Keefe. It's going to be 3rd and 7. This would be a huge break for the Indians if they can get a 3 and out to start the third quarter. All at their own 36-yard line, 3rd and 7. We'll see if the Tigers put the ball in the air or try and chip away and possibly go for it on 4th down. Atkinson is behind Reese, trying to get Central to jump off sides. And I believe Rock Springs is going to take a timeout. And with 10:23 left to play in the third quarter, it is 8-0 Rock Springs with the lead. We will take a 30-second break. You're listening to the Prep Game of the Week here on KFBC. It'll be 3rd and 7 for Rock Springs. Up in Gillette, Thunder Basin strikes first. They lead East 7-0. Pitch it back to Toth, I believe, and he is not going to be anywhere close to the first down. In fact, no gain for Landon Toth as they flip it back. Trying to get to the edge, nothing doing, and the Indians are going to force a 3 and out on the Rock Springs first possession.
Number 9, Andrew Johnson.
Andrew Johnson getting in there. Kick is on the way. It is a low liner that Nico Vite is going to let roll all the way back inside the 10. Vite trying to get a block, does, and tiptoes the sideline, and then a late flag coming in. I don't know if that was a block in the back or not.
We have a flag on the play.
But it's going to be a flag on the play. It's a heck of a punt for Rock Springs, but I believe this could be a block in the back.
During the return, personal foul, line side block. Number 9 of the return team. Half the distance. First down.
So the penalty on Central was called a personal foul. Blindside block will be half the distance to the goal, so it's not going to be a full 15-yard penalty. We'll see where they mark it back from. So it'll be a 6-yard penalty against the Indians. First and 10 Indians from their own 6. This is the second straight possession they've started from their own 6-yard line. 9:39 to play in the third quarter, trailing 8-0. But the difference this time with the Central starting at their own 6, they have plenty of time to work with. The last time they had no time to work with. Well, it was a straight 2-minute drill. Goosen sets up to the right of McCleary. Handed off to Goosen right up the middle, and he will fight his way forward for 2, maybe 3 at the 8. 2 yards for Kobe Goosen on his first carry of the second half. Central will go no huddle. Not necessarily a hurry up, but it is no huddle. Goosen back there with McCleary again on 2nd and 8. Now they will change the play. 3 wide receivers spread out on the left side of the field, 1 to the near side as McCleary will flare it out. It is caught on the far side by Langley. Langley across the 15 and forced out of bounds at the 18-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 from Dawson McCleary to Ty Langley. And that'll be a 1st and 10 for the Indians.
Complete to number 2, Ty Langley. Brought down by number 7, Chase Petty.
Chase Petty with the stop, forcing Langley out of bounds. So first down for the Indians to get out of a little bit of trouble on their own 6. Brady Storbo in his traditional H-back position, not spread out in a wide receiver. Handed off to Goosen. He splits his way across the 20 to the 21, 3 yards for Kobe Goosen on first down. Indians don't run it a ton. They trail 8-0 here on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. Again, they go no huddle as they get the play call from the sideline. 2nd down and 7 for Central. McCleary looking to pass. He's got Vitae there. Vitae at the 30. Turns it up the field. Down to the 40-yard line. Nico Vitae. Marked down at the 41, 1st and 10 for the Indians. And that is a pickup of 19 yards to Nico Vitae.
Pass is complete to number 3, Nico Vitae for the first down.
So 1st and 10 Indians. They've taken it from the 6 all the way to the 41 after the 19-yard completion. Vitae and Dilly to the right side. Storbo, Langley off to the left, which is the wide side of the field. 1st and 10. McCleary looking to the sideline to get the play call. Goosen to the right of McCleary. Dropping back to pass out of the shotgun, and it is going to be picked off. Yep, picked off by Longfellow right at midfield, and Storbo and Langley. And Langley is talking to Storbo. Looks like there was miscommunication there and an interception.
Intercepted by number 1.
2nd one of the game, thrown by McCleary on another promising drive. We'll give Rock Springs the football at the Central 49, 7:49 to play in the third quarter. 8-0 Tigers lead on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. Well, between Langley and Storbo, somebody was where they weren't supposed to be. And see if Reese or Hymas is at quarterback. And the ball's on the turf. It's picked up by a Rock Springs Tiger. Who was that? Basically no gain. I thought it was Blaine Richards who covered up that fumble. Right place, right time. No gain on the play. It is Hymas in at quarterback. So 2nd down and 10 for the Tigers. Load up the right side of that offensive line. Hymas under center. Hymas with O'Keer in motion. Flip it to O'Keer. Trying to get to the outside. O'Keer cuts it back up. Just not a lot of room. Maybe, nothing doing. No gain for Favor O'Keer. It'll be 3rd and 10 for Rock Springs at the Central 49. So 3rd and 10. They're going to drop Hymas back to pass. He's looking down the field. It is broken up. Intended for Nick Fagel. Broken up. Blaine Dilly over there as well is Hayden George, and that'll be an incomplete pass. 4th down for Rock Springs from the Central 49-yard line.
Nick Fagel, broken up by number 9, Andrew Johnson.
Andrew Johnson, man who broke it up. So Hymas will punt the football away. Blaine Dilly will go back. Nico Vite usually the returner, as Hymas angling it to the far side of the field, and it will go out of bounds. Where will the officials end up marking this one out? And at the 27-yard line, 1st and 10 Central at their own 27. With 6:18 left to play in the 3rd quarter, it is 8-0. Rock Springs scored on their first possession of the game, and that's been it for the scoring. Try and keep you up to date with some of the other games going on. As the Indians come up to the line of scrimmage. Indians have it 1st and 10, trips to the right side. As McCleary going to flare one out to Vite. Vite looking to get to the edge. Cuts it back up 35. He spins down at the 40, near the 40-yard line. A gain from the 27. Check that. A gain from the 30 to the 39 of 9 yards on the pass play to Vite. It'll be 2nd down and a yard to go for the Indians. Empty backfield for McCleary. Man in motion is Vite. He'll fake the handoff. McCleary will take it up himself. Hit hard at the 40-yard line, but he'll have the 1st down. Dawson McCleary for 2, but a 1st down for Central.
Number 11, Dawson McCleary with the 1st down.
8-0. Rock Springs has the lead. 5:28 to go. 3rd quarter. Central 2nd possession. Turned it over on their first one here in the 2nd half. Offset I formation out of the pistol. Give it to Goosen. Goosen up the gut. Fights his way forward to the 44. Kobe Goosen has 3.
Number 30.
2nd down and 7 for Central.
Tackled by number 52.
By far their best offensive output in terms of yardage, but still finding that end zone a real struggle for Central. Still have yet to do it, and we're 2.5 quarters deep into this game. Storbo and Goosen in the backfield out of the pistol. Fake the give. They're going to roll McCleary out. McCleary being pressured. Now cuts, finds a man open. It is caught by Dilly. Dilly with the grab at the Rock Springs 40-yard line. That is a pickup of 16 yards to Blaine Dilly, and the Indians are in business here. 1st and 10 on the Rock Springs 40-yard line. Clock stops momentarily with 4:37 to play here in the 3rd quarter in an 8-0 ball game. Indians have been here before unable to put the ball in the end zone. McCleary again dropping back to pass over the middle. He's got a man there. It's caught by Vitae, just short of the 20-yard line. Deepest penetration of the game for the Indians. 1st and 10 at the 21. Pickup of 19 to Nico Vitae. Here come the Indians. 4:21 to play. Third quarter, trailing by 8. They want to pick up the pace a little bit. Have it at the Rock Springs 21. McCleary, Goosen, and the wide receivers look to the sideline to get the play call. Storbo now splits out. 3 wide receivers to the right side. Flare one out. He's got Storbo there, makes the grab, and Brady Storbo going to lose a yard on the pass play. Already the 28th pass attempt for Dawson McCleary. It'll be 2nd down and 11 for the Indians. Ball at the Rock Springs 22. 3 wide receivers to the left side. Man in motion is Vitae. They're going to flip it to Vitae, trying to get to the edge, uses speed, and he is going to lose more yards back to the 26. So Central gets it to the Rock Springs 21, and they have gone back 5 yards. That's a loss of 4 for Nico Vitae on a run.
Nico Vitae with the carry.
Unfortunately, Vitae's got 2 carries for -9 yards. Now it's going to be 3rd and 15 back at the 26 for Central. Clock under 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. 8-0 Rock Springs. Well, Central's got to get a chunk of it back here. As McCleary rolling out to the right side. McCleary throws. He's got a man there. Caught by Dilly. Dilly at the 15. Forced out of bounds. At the 15, 16-yard line. That's a gain of 11 to Blaine Dilly to the 15. Brings up a 4th and 5 for Central at the Rock Springs 15-yard line.
Brought down by number 17.
That's Blaine Dilly's 5th catch of the evening, 69 yards. Nice game for Dilly. 4th and 5. They're going to go for it. Flare one out. It's caught by Vitae. He's going to have to do a lot of work to get it first down, and he's not. He's going to lose a couple yards on the pass play. We'll see where they mark it down, and it's a turnover on downs for the Indians again. Colin Madsen with the stop. A loss of 2 on the pass play to Vitae. Well, another impressive drive by Central, and they'll have to turn it over on downs with 2:02 left to go in the third quarter, trailing Rock Springs 8-0 on the Terrelato Center scoreboard. Just unfortunate for the Indians right now. They are moving the ball up and down the field. And that drive started at their own 6, right? O'Keer takes the handoff. He breaks a tackle, fights his way forward close to the 20 on the far side of the field. They will mark him down. Looks like the 19, so a pickup of 2 for Favor O'Keer. 2nd down and 8 at their own 19 for Rock Springs. Fagel, now they'll split 1 wide receiver out to each side with wing backs. Welsh takes the handoff. He'll take it off the left side. Breaking tackles across the 20 to the 23, maybe the 24. Pickup of 4. Check that. 5 yards for Coleman Welsh to the 24. 5-yard gain for Coleman Welsh. 3rd and 3 for Rock Springs at their own 24-yard line. Under a minute to play in this third quarter. 8-0 Tigers lead on the Terrelato Center scoreboard. Fagel splits out near side. Profizer to the right side. O'Keer in motion. Handed off to O'Keer. O'Keer bounces it out to the outside. He'll have the first down up near the 30-yard line. A new set of downs for the Tigers after A 6-yard pickup by Favor O'Keer.
Number 20, Carter Labatos with the stop.
Carter Labatos getting in there, making the stop. O'Keer, 12 carries, 48 yards unofficially for the Tigers. First and 10 at their own 30. Clock winding down, probably going to be the final play of this third quarter as Justice Reese, the quarterback, give it to O'Keer. O'Keer, not a lot of room, and the football is loose. Did the Indians get it? They say they do. Central says they've got the football. Tanner Bullock is saying, yes, we've got it. I have not seen an official point Central's way. It's marked at the 31, and they're going to give it to Rock Springs. We have not seen anything. A 1-yard pickup by Favor O'Keer on what is going to be, is it the final play? They're going to wind the clock, and that's going to be the final play of this third quarter. It is Rock Springs 8, Central nothing on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. We will take a 60-second timeout. You're listening to the Prep Game of the Week here on KFBC. I say that whenever I do my stats. Can I get a Sheridan to Trona update, guys? Jeez Louise. Back here, second down and 9 for Rock Springs. Favor O'Keer takes it off the right side to the 35. 4 yards for O'Keer as we start the fourth quarter. Coming back quick. 8-0 Rock Springs with the lead on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. Trying to get you some scores from across the state. They're heading into the second quarter with Thunder Basin leading East 7-0. Natrona up on Sheridan in the second quarter, 7-0. South leading Kelly Walsh 7-6 in the second quarter. A little bit of a surprise there. And Laramie up on Campbell County 27-0 in the second quarter. 3rd and 5 here. 8-0. Central needs a stop. Justice Reese under center. And it's going to be first man through, Lewis Atkinson for a yard. That's it. It'll be 4th down. Atkinson stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Atkinson with the carry. Stopped by number 55, Matt Millen.
And Matt Millen, that man again. 4th down and 4 for the Tigers. And it looks like Hymas back there going to punt this one away. Blaine Dilly, believe, or is that somebody else? Blocked! The punt is blocked! It's picked up by Millen! Millen at the 30! Millen inside the 20! Millen in for the touchdown! The Central Indians on the board! Special teams! Matt Millen with the block punt and takes it into the end zone for the touchdown! Wow! Tanner Bullock with the block. Matt Millen took the football into the end zone. And unfortunately on the celebration, Hayden George was jumping up and down and did a chest bump, and he came down awkwardly on his knee. I saw his knee buckle, and he got up and walked off the field, but he was in a little bit of pain. It is 8-6. Here early in the fourth quarter, will Central, down 2, be going for 2? They're huddled up on the far side of the field. Offset eye Nate Lundberg in there, and it looks like Central needs to call a timeout. I don't know if they have enough players. Central is going to call a timeout with 10:32 left to play in this one. It is Rock Springs 8, Central 6. Indians going to go for 2 when we come back. You're listening to the Prep Game of the Week here on KFBC. Sorry, I didn't know how to do 8 on, because I know like 30, that's what I would have thought too. Yes. That was exciting. Really? Should I say that? Central will be going for 2. Early on in this fourth quarter, they got a big break. Tanner Bullock with the block. Matt Millen returning it for a touchdown. The block punt of Seth Hymas. So out of the timeout, Central will go 5 wide receivers here. 3 to the right side, 2 to the left. Dawson McClear in the shotgun. Vitae in motion. Fake the handoff. They're going to look into the end zone. It is caught. Yes! Caught for the 2-point conversion. That is, can't see it. Looks like Blaine Dilly maybe with the grab on the 2-point conversion, and we are knotted up at 8 apiece. Central getting the special teams score. 8-8, 10.5 to play. Central and Rock Springs tied up. We'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to the Prep Game of the Week here on KFBC. Was that 21, Dilly? Huh? Storbo? Welcome back, everybody. Apologize. That was Brady Storbo with the 2-point conversion. Knotting it up at 8 apiece. Well, Monty called it. He said 5 overtimes, I think, is what he said. We're tied at 8 here in the fourth quarter. Reese Rubin will be kicking from right to left. Oh, what a play by Tanner Bullock getting in there, making that block. What a confidence boost for this Central team to be in this football game in the fourth quarter. Rubin kicking it. A low liner. It's going to be taken by one of the up-backs at the 30-yard line, covered up by one of the Rock Springs players. That is it Toth? Actually, Darren Bryant covering that football up. Justice Reese back in there, quarterback for the Tigers. As we are tied up at 8 now on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. A lot of good football games in 4A football. Close, low scoring early on in the games that have just started. From their own 30, Rock Springs has it. They're going to split Petty out wide to the right. Under center is Reese. They're going to roll him to the left. Dump a pass off. It's caught by O'Keer, and he is forced down. Short gain on the far side of the field from Justice Reese to O'Keer. Just a couple. That's it. 2-yard pass play to O'Keer. It'll be third or second at 8. Andrew Johnson there with the stop for the Indians. Oops. Andrew Johnson's father. DJ Johnson, our photog. He's going to head to Missouri to catch the Cowboys and the Tigers tomorrow, get some good pictures. Handed off to Coleman Welch, inside heavy. He's got room to run across the 35, tripped up at the 37, 5 yards for Coleman Welsh. It could have been a lot more, but he was tripped up.
Number 41, Coleman Welsh with the carry.
Don't know who got a piece of him.
Number 9, Andrew Johnson.
Andrew Johnson again saving a much bigger gain. A 3rd and 3 for Rock Springs from their own 37. 9.5 to play in this football game. Petty splits out wide to the right. Reese under center. O'Keer in motion. Flip it back to O'Keer. Looking to get to the edge. He's got blockers. O'Keer has the edge. He's still on his feet. First down at the 45, 46-yard line. That is a gain from the 37 to the 45. 8 yards for Favor O'Keer and a first down for Rock Springs.
Number 21.
Blaine Dilly has the stop for Central. The clock will wind. We are going to be under 9 minutes to go in this one on the snap. Solid football game. Hard hitting. Inside handoff to Welsh again, left side. Coleman Welsh takes it up to the 49. 4 yards for Coleman Welsh on a first down carry.
Number 41, Coleman Welsh with the
Bring
carry.
up 2nd down and 6.
Down by number 57, Tanner Martin.
Tanner Martin with the stop for Central. Rock Springs on the move. Natrona County leading Sheridan now 14-0. Kelly Walsh up 13-7 on South in the second. Sheridan's got a 20-game winning streak going. Handed off to O'Keer right up the middle. O'Keer, nothing doing. He might have gotten it across midfield. This near side official is going to give him 2 yards for Favor O'Keer. Bring up another big third. Actually, no, he's going to go back to midfield. Just 1. Well, where are we going to do, guys? 1 yard for O'Keer.
Kobe Goosen with the stop.
Kobe Goosen going both ways with the stop. Under 8 minutes to play. 7:45 to go. Fourth quarter. 8-8 is our score on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. Rock Springs in absolutely no hurry. 3rd and 5. Ball at midfield. Reese under center. O'Keer in motion. Flip it back to O'Keer. Head of steam. He is going to be short of the first down. Oh, boy, they gave him a good spot. And they really gave him a good spot. 5 yards for O'Keer. Boy, it's going to be right on the 6. He's just short of the 45. It is not a first down, so officially a 4-yard carry for Favor O'Keer. It is going to be 4th and short. Boy, can the Indians get a push here? Can Central get a push and get a big stop? 4th and less than a yard for Rock Springs. Reese under center. They don't run the quarterback often. Do they do a quarterback sneak? Coleman Welsh handed off. Welsh is stood up. Did he get it? I don't know. This near side official's got him across the 45. It looks like he's going to give him the first down. 1 yard for Coleman Welsh. He only needed about half a yard, and it will be 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Clock will stop with 6:59 to play in this one. 8-8 on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. First and 10. Splitting out wide to the left is Calvin Jeffries. Welsh in motion in the backfield. Fake the handoff. Reese is going to try and get to the edge, and he does. He's hit out of bounds right near the 40. They're going to mark him out at the 41. A gain of 3 for Justice Reese, his first carry of the game. 7th different player to carry the football for Rock Springs. Actually, they mark him out at the 42. 2nd down and 7 as Carter Labatos hit him out of bounds. All kinds of time to play, but this is exactly how Rock Springs wants to play. Reese under center, one receiver to the right. O'Keer in motion, right up the gut to Atkinson. Atkinson fights his way to the 40. Ball came out late. Central says they had it, but it came out really late. Lewis Atkinson with a 2-yard pickup. And we have an injured Central Indian on the field. That is in the 50s. I'm not sure who it is. I thought it's 53, but there is no 53. Well, it might be 50s. I don't want to speculate. It's a left leg injury, and that's Tanner Martin who gets up slowly. So he'll walk off the field and jog off, a little bit of a limp on that left side. But a big 3rd and 5 coming up for Rock Springs. 3rd and 5, clock stop with 6:31 to go in this one. We are knotted up at 8. Good for Central. After getting beat 47-0 and 50-6, they are in a competitive game here with a team who was very competitive with Sheridan in week 1. Reese under center, fake the handoff. He drops back to pass. He's being chased. He throws one down the field. Blaine Dilly is back there, and he picks it off. Picked it off. Central has it at their own 2-yard line. Blaine Dilly with the interception, and the Indians will have it 1st and 10 back at their own 2-yard line. They've got to go a long ways, but they have been able to move down the field a lot. If you are watching on our YouTube channel, KFBC Sports, this is not an open-air press box, so you're getting a glare from the window, and you're seeing the shadows of myself and my lovely statistician. Ball on the right hash. McCleary in the end zone will hand it off to Goosen. Goosen, not a lot of room, and Kobe Goosen for a yard up to the 3. That is it for Goosen, 2nd down and 9. Well, Central's been able to throw the football all day long. As a matter of fact, Dawson McCleary's thrown it 30 times in this one. He's thrown it for nearly 200 yards in the football game. 2nd down and 9. 3 receivers off to the right side. McCleary will be in the pistol with Goosen behind him. Now 2 receivers, and we've got movement. Goosen got a head start. Good thing is, half the distance of the goal.
Half the distance of the goal, still 2nd down.
It's only going to be a yard penalty on Central. Been a clean game. 4 penalties on the Indians, none on the Tigers as the clock runs, 5:40 to play. Ball back at the 1.5, 2nd and 10. Shotgun for McCleary. McCleary out the flat. It is caught at the 5, fighting his way forward to the 11. The receiver on the far side of the field. That's Blaine Dilly making the grab for 9 yards.
Number 21, Blaine Dilly.
It's 3rd and a yard for the Indians. Central spread it out again. 3 wide receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Goosen back there with McCleary in the shotgun on 3rd and a yard from their own 11. Changing the play, tightening up the formation of receivers on the left side. Bobbled snap, McCleary picks it up, and he is going to be drilled back at the 7-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 4 for Dawson McCleary. And it'll be punting time for Central. 4th down and 5. So 4th down, and Nico Vite will be in his own end zone to punt this one away. Damon Longfellow on near the Central 45. Clock winding down, near 4 minutes to go. We are tied at 8 on the Terra Lauda Center scoreboard. Good snap to Vitae. Vitae gets a high punt off. Longfellow's going to take it near the 40. He loses the football. It's picked up by the Indians. Ty Langley comes up with it on the Rock Springs side of the field. Damon Longfellow bobbled the punt, and Langley scooped it up at the 45, and the Indians will have it 1st and 10 at the Rock Springs 45. What a play. That is a gain of nearly 50 yards on special teams. Special teams for the Indians as they get the football back. Wow. 3:55 to go, and Central can take their time going down the field to possibly get a game-winning score. First and 10 Central at the 45. Bighorn leading Grable 20-0. Thunder Basin now leading East 14-3 in the second quarter. So the Indians have it. They'll go out of the pistol with Storbo as an H-back, Goosen behind him. And a flag going to be thrown. Oh, Central, Mike Apodaca saying he had a timeout. They're going to talk about this, the officials. Did he get the timeout called in time?
Timeout, Central.
Yes, they did.
At the half.
They got the timeout called just in time. And it will take a 30-second break as well. Tied at 8 on the Terra Lauda Center scoreboard. You're listening to high school football here on KFBC. I don't think anybody will argue with it. I could go back to the tape. We can rewatch it. You are in the neighborhood, I think. Central will have it 1st and 10. Why'd they move it back to the 50? Did we not get a timeout? It shouldn't be a delay of game. They got the timeout. There should be no delay of game. Therefore, the ball should be up at the 45-yard line. They marked off the 5-yard penalty. If that's the case, then Central should get their timeout back, right? Okay, yeah. Now the officials will move it back to the 45. First and 10 Indians. We got 3:55 left to go in this one. Tied at 8 on the Terra Lauda Center scoreboard. Indians looking to get their first win of the season. Man in motion, Nico Vitae. Fake the handoff to him. Give it to Goosen right up the gut. Goosen fights his way forward for 3. Kobe Goosen to the 42-yard line.
Number 30, Kobe Goosen with the carry.
2nd down and 7 for the Indians. They go no huddle. They're not in a hurry, but they'd like to get at least into some field goal range. They've got about at least 20, 25 more yards to do that, I would say. Don't know no, Vitae's got a pretty good boot, but he's more of the punter. Give it to Goosen again, right at the gut. Goosen across the 40, tripped up at the 36. Gain of 6 for Goosen, bringing up a 3rd and 1 for the Indians.
Number 30,
at the 36-yard line. Goosen, 57 yards on 14 carries, under 3 minutes to play. Central needs 1 yard for a first down. Ball at the Rock Springs 36. Handed off to Goosen. That is a first down for the Indians across the 35 to the 33. Give him 3 yards on the first down carry. 1st and 10 Central.
tackled by number 22, Levi Huffman.
Actually 2 yards for Goosen. My lovely statistician's going to get mad at me for all the erasing she's had to do. Shotgun for McCleary. Goosen to his left. Flare one out. It is caught by Vitae. Vitae's got the corner out of bounds. across the 30 to the 27-28. Clock stops with 2:29 left to go. 5 yards to Vitae on the pass play.
25, Landon Toth with stop.
Landon Toth, the stop for Rock Springs. 2nd and 5 from the 28. 2nd and 4 from the 28. Pistol, handoff to Goosen. Goosen is stopped short of the 25. 2 yards for Kobe Goosen.
Number 30, Kobe Goosen with the carry.
It'll be 3rd and 2.
By 22, Levi Huffman.
And a timeout going to be taken by the Tigers. With 2:13 left to play in the football game, tied at 8 on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. Big 3rd down coming up for Central. When we come back, we'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to the Prep Game of the Week here on KFBC. Did you get that last 2-yard game? Welcome back, everybody, to Risky Field. 3rd and 2 coming up for the Indians at the 26 of Rock Springs. Just 2:13 left to play. We are tied at 8 on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. Storbo and Langley on the left side. Vitae and Dilly on the right side. Goosen back there with McCleary in the shotgun. Vitae now on the left side. They're going to run a slip screen to Langley. Cuts it back up the field. Oh, he's close. I think he's going to be just short of the 1st down. 1 yard to Langley. That is it. His 3rd reception tonight. It's 4th down, and Mike Apodaca and the Central Indians offense is going to stay out on the field. Not even thinking about the field goal. It'd be a 42-yarder from here. They are going for the 1st down. 4th and a yard for the Indians at the 25. Shotgun for McCleary. Clock running, 1:40 left to go, and now Central wants to take a timeout. We'll take a 30-second break as well. We've got a 4th down and 1 coming up for the Indians. You're listening to the Prep Game of the Week here on KFBC. Fourth and a yard for the Indians. 1:40 left to play in the football game. Central trailing. They trailed after the first possession of the game for Rock Springs. Central took it down the field, threw an interception. Rock Springs ran it back to the 25. Coleman Welsh would finish off the drive with a 5-yard run. 2-point conversion was good. The next score would have to wait until Tanner Bullock would block a punt here in the 4th quarter. Right at the beginning of the 4th quarter, the 2-point conversion was good. 4th and a yard, out of the pistol. Lundberg and Goosen in the offset eye, back there with McCleary. Langley to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Give it to Goosen. Goosen is stood up, and he is going to be pushed back for a loss. Rock Springs knew it. They turn over Central on downs. That'll be a loss of 2 yards for Kobe Goosen. A loss of 2, and Rock Springs will have the football 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line. Oh, boy. Rock Springs is not a team that likes to go fast. They've got 1:37 to try and get this one into some sort of field goal range. This is 97.5 FM and AM 1240 KFBC, Cheyenne, Wyoming. Keith Kelly here with you. Just after 8 o'clock, tied at 8. Late here between Rock Springs and Central. Justice Reese rolling out to pass. He's being flushed out of the pocket. He's being chased, dumps a pass off, and it is intended for O'Keefe, but falls incomplete. And we have another injured Central Indian back inside the 20-yard line, slow to get up.
23, favor O'Keefe.
2nd and 10 with 1:31 to play in regulation. Looks like a cramp to the injured Central player. Ball goes back to the 27-yard line. Give us a chance to run down a few other scores for you in high school football. See if we can update our page. That was Tanner Martin again. I know Natrona and Sheridan's 14-7 in the second quarter, late in the second quarter. 2nd and 10, East trailing 14-3. 2nd and 10, O'Keefe in motion, flip it back to O'Keefe, right side, cuts it back up the field. He is popped as he crosses the 30-yard line. They'll give him the 32. That's a gain of 5 for O'Keefe. 3rd and 5 coming up. Under 120 left to go in this one. Rock Springs football facing a 3rd and 5. Don't know the timeout situation necessarily. Rock Springs will go quick. Third down, 5, and Rock Springs not in any hurry. They're waiting for the play clock to wind down as we have under a minute left to play in regulation, and Rock Springs might be playing for overtime. Central's hoping for a turnover. O'Keefe in motion, flip it back to O'Keefe. O'Keefe will have the first down, still on his feet as he's across the 40. Mark him down at the 43, and that is a gain for Favor O'Keefe of 11 yards. Clock stops with 40 seconds to play now as O'Keefe takes it up to the 43-yard line. 1st and 10. Clock is running. Tigers just hoping to maybe pop one for a big gain. 25 seconds. Reese with Toth in motion. Flip it to Toth. He'll take it off the left side, trying to get to the edge. Cuts it back up. He's at midfield. Fights his way forward to the 47. That's a gain of 10. Where are they going to, well, hold on. Where are they going to mark him out at? Mark him down at the 49. Gain of 8 for Toth, and that's going to be the final play of regulation as we are tied at 8 heading to overtime. Each team will get a possession at the 10-yard line. We'll explain high school overtime when we come back after this 60-second break. 60 seconds. Overtime coming up between Central and Rock Springs. Tied at 8 on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. You're listening to high school football here on KFBC. Welcome back, everybody, to Risky Field. Keith Kelly here with you as these two teams have fought to the end, and 4 quarters was not enough to decide this one. as Rock Springs and Central will play an overtime session. And so overtime in high school, a lot like college, with the exception is you get it at the 10-yard line instead of the 25. You want to be on defense first to know what you have to get, but each team will have a possession from the 10-yard line. It looks like Central won the toss.
Central has won the toss and elected to go on defense. They will play at the west end of the field.
So Central will be on defense first. They want to know what they need to get in order to win the football game. So Rock Springs will be on offense first. And the ball will be placed at the 10-yard line, headed to the west end zone. Rock Springs will have it. First down. Real quickly. Natrona and Sheridan 14-7 at the half. Thunder Basin leading East 21-3 at the half. Kelly Walsh on top of South 13-7 at the half in 4A football. All right, here we go. Overtime number 1. Justice Reese, the quarterback. Man in motion, flip it back. That's Toth. Toth tried to get to the edge, cuts it back, and he'll fight his way forward to the 8. 2 yards for Toth.
Number 25, Landon Toth with the carry.
It'll be second down from the 8.
By number 30, Kobe Dutton.
So right now, Central wants to keep him out of the end zone. Does Rock Springs attempt a field goal if it gets down to 4th down? Central's got to hustle a player off. I think that's Lundberg getting off the field. One receiver split out wide to each side. Central looks a little confused defensively. Reese fakes the handoff. Nope, flips it to Longfellow. Longfellow trying to get to the edge. A flag is thrown. 2 flags are thrown as he takes it down to the 6. But we've got flags galore, Flagapalooza on the football field. And there's going to be a hold.
60 on offense. 10-yard penalty, spot of the foul, replay, second down.
So now Rock Springs really driven back. And holding will take it all the way back. 10-yard penalty on Rock Springs. Back at the 18-yard line. So second down and goal. We're back at the 18 now for Rock Springs. Man in motion is Longfellow. Reese looking to pass. He's got a man there. It's tipped up off the fingertips of O'Keer. Actually, I think that was Toth. Toth, the intended receiver. It'll be 3rd and goal for the Tigers from the 18-yard line. Ball placed on the right hash. Tigers line up. Don't have to worry about a game clock, a play clock, though. You can hear the Central students getting loud over there. They're going to roll Reese out. Dump a pass off. It is caught by Longfellow at the 15. Cuts it back. He's fights his way forward inside the 10 at the 9. A 9-yard pass play to Damon Longfellow from Justice Reese. But it's 4th and goal for Rock Springs at the 9. Do they attempt the field goal or do they go for the touchdown? Justice Reese stays out there at quarterback. You can hear the Central fans making noise. Atkinson, O'Keer, Longfellow in a wing formation. Reese rolling out to his right, being pressured, passes it off. It's incomplete, and the Central defense holds. Incomplete pass on the far side of the field. Wouldn't have been anywhere close to a touchdown. And now Central will have it here in overtime. They're already, again, I don't know the kicking situation for Central. I know they didn't attempt, well, they were shut out in the first game, and I think they went for 2 in the second game when they scored a touchdown. The touchdown they scored today, they had to go for 2. Ball right in the middle of the field. McCleary in the shotgun with Goosen to his right. They're going to roll McCleary out. McCleary looking in the end zone. It is tipped up in the air and incomplete. Intended for Blaine Dilly on the far side of the field. Second down and goal. Trying to go for the win right there. That is the 35th pass thrown by McCleary. He's thrown for 212 yards, but he's also thrown 2 interceptions. So second and goal at the 10. Thought you might see Central run the football and try and set up a field goal attempt a little closer to try and win. We're tied at 8 here in overtime. Any Central points, and they win the game. Goosen to the right of McCleary. McCleary hands it off to Goosen. Right up the gut. Goosen spins away, and he's stopped for 2-yard gain. Kobe Goosen, 2 yards.
Number 30, Kobe Goosen with the carry.
Third and goal from the 8-yard line. Ball is right in the middle of the field. Mike Apodaca talking to Damon McCleary. I said Damon, didn't I? Dawson McCleary. Third down and goal from the 8. Overtime number 1. Storbo and Dilly go out wide to the right. Vitae and Langley on the left. Goosen to the right of McCleary. Hard snap count and a timeout going to be taken by Mike Apodaca. We're in overtime. Third and goal coming up. We'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to the Prep Game of the Week here on KFBC. Welcome back, everybody, to Risky Field. Keith Kelly with you. Central facing a third and goal from the 8. Any Central points, and they win their first game of the year. Any Rock Springs points, well, they've been shut down on their first possession of overtime. Storbo, Dilly, Vitae to the right. Langley alone on the left side. Third and goal from the 8. Dawson McCleary in the shotgun, Goosen to his right. McCleary has taken himself up the gut. McCleary just getting right in the middle of the field. He'll take it up to the 5. 3 yards for Dawson McCleary, and that'll set up a field goal attempt right in the middle of the field, 22 yards.
Dawson McCleary with the quarterback keeper. Number 25,
Landon Toth with the stop, and Rock Springs will take a timeout. We'll run down some scores while we have some time here as Central looking for the win in this one. In 2A, Burns was beating Moorcroft 41-16. The Bronx with the big lead. That in the third quarter. Also at halftime, number 2 Pine Bluffs in 1A leading Wright 33-0. At the half, it's 4th-ranked Thunder Basin in 4A leading number 3 East 21-3. Also at the half, number 5 Kelly Walsh on top of South 13-7. We'll have East and South next week right here on KFBC. So I tell you what, it's been a fun one. Nico Vitae on to kick. Just a little bit more than an extra point. a potential game-winning field goal. This is from 22 yards. Vitae right up the gut. Good snap, hold down, kick is up, and it's blocked! It is blocked! Tigers blocking the field goal that could have won the game, and we are going to go into a second overtime. Oh, boy. Are you kidding me? Wow. We are headed to double overtime. And this time, Central will have the football first. Oh, man. The full Monty was right. He called it. Of course, his final score was 6-3 in triple overtime, I think, or 5 overtimes. We're 8-8 in the second overtime. And Central will be on the field first here in overtime number 2. Boy, that was right where it wanted to be. And now Central needs to put one in the end zone. McCleary, I mean, that's got to be tough. And now Rock Springs got to get a couple players on the field late. Lane Richards, and they may have caught, I think they may have caught Rock Springs on the field with extra players, yeah. I don't think he got off the field in time. And I think they had too many men on the field. Official counting. Or did they? Oh, boy. Waving the flag off. He was ready. Guy was ready to throw the flag, man. There was a Rock Springs player that was trying to get off the field as Central snapped the football, and Mike Apodaca telling the official what he thought he saw. So they will pick. That would have been something to get a 5-yard penalty to make it 1st and goal from the 5 instead of starting at the 10. Blaine Dilly, Nico Vitae out to the right, Ty Langley to the left. Indians looking for that score. Storbo in motion. Handed off to Goosen. Goosen right up the middle, and not a lot there. Kobe Goosen for 2 to the 8. 2nd and goal for the Indians. We are tied at 8 on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. Second overtime between Central and Rock Springs. All other games in 4A have reached the half. Let's hope we're not still playing when those games are done. Storbo, Dilly out wide to the right. Langley and Vitae to the left. Vitae in the slot. Goosen now to the left of McCleary. Man in motion, that's Vitae. McCleary looking to pass. Flares one out. It's caught by Vitae. Vitae at the 5. Vitae down inside the 5. Reaching for the end zone. Where are they going to mark him down? At the 2. Maybe the 1. To the, that's a 6-yard gain from McCleary to Vitae. Check that, 7 to the 1. 3rd and goal from the 1. Well, I tell you what, Central's going to have 2 cracks at it to try and get into the end zone from here. They aren't going to kick a field goal. Tough angle from that side. From what, 18, 19 yards? That's a tough, tough angle. They are going to, at least in my estimation, going to go for the touchdown here on these next 2 plays. 3rd and goal from the 1. Overtime number 2. McCleary in the pistol. Storbo to his left. Goosen right behind him. Give it to Goosen, and oh boy, that was going to be a walk-in touchdown, and Mike Apodaca calls a timeout. Would have been a walk-in touchdown. We got to take a break. 30 seconds. You're listening to the Prep Game of the Week here on KFBC. So 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line for Central. And we are in double overtime at Risky Field. Tied at 8 on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. A couple of buses coming in off the frontage road if you're watching the game on our YouTube channel, KFBC Sports. All right, 3rd and goal from the 1. Man in motion. That's Vite from right to left. Handed off to Goosen. Goosen fighting his way forward. He's going to be well short of the first down. Back to the 3, a loss of 2 for Kobe Goosen. Ball's right in the middle of the field now, though. So what do you do if you're Central? It'd be an extra point for the Indians. Or do they go for it? So 4th and goal from the 3. Indians huddled up. They're going to go for this. Vite, slot left. Pistol formation for McCleary. Handed off, nope, fake. They're going to roll out McCleary. McCleary into the end zone, pass batted up. It's caught by one of the linemen, but it's going to be a loss back to the 5, and the Tigers hold on. A loss of 2 on the pass play, and I'm not sure who caught it. It's one of the linemen. It was tipped up in the air. One of the linemen caught it. And the Indians cannot convert, and Rock Springs now with the chance to win the game here in double overtime. So I just overheard the Rock Springs radio guy say he's not seen Rock Springs attempt a field goal, let alone an extra point. Central now with some trouble on defense. They're confused on who needs to be out there. Tanner Bullock's got to hustle to get off. Just like Rock Springs, they're going to go with the power I. 3 backs, handed off to Welsh. Welsh is stood up, spins away, and he's down to the 5, down to the 4, 6-yard gain. Coleman Welsh got through the Jersey tackle, and now it's 2nd and goal from the 4 for the Tigers.
Number 41, Coleman Welsh with the carry.
2nd and goal from the 4. Can the Indians get the stop that they need? Split out wide to the right, Profizer. Wing formation. Longfellow motion right up the gut to Atkinson, and he is into the end zone, touchdown. Rock Springs going to come away with the win in double overtime. Final score in this one, Rock Springs 14 as they celebrate, and Central 8 on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. A 4-yard touchdown run by Lewis Atkinson gives the Tigers the win. A hard-fought win, and they're going to celebrate in front of their fans. And that's it here in double overtime. Final score, Rock Springs 14, Central 8 on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. We'll take a timeout and come back with our post-game show following these messages. You're listening to high school football, the prep game of the week here on KFBC. What? Yeah. Yeah. I think so. Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. Big time. Right, it's... Yeah, I gotta come back. Central had it 3rd and goal from the 1 in double overtime, could not punch it in. They also had a chance to win the game in the first overtime, but the 22-yard field goal was blocked. And Rock Springs comes down and scores a 4-yard touchdown run by Lewis Atkinson, the game winner, 14-8. Rock Springs beats Central on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. We'll come back with your final stats following these messages. You're listening to the Prep Game of the Week here on KFBC. $85, $108, $114, $140, $189, $59, $50, $59. Hey, you too, Tyler. See you, man. Welcome back, everybody, to Risky Field. Final score, Rock Springs beats Central in double overtime, 14-8 on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. Let's run down your final stats, brought to you by the Gill Window Company. For Rock Springs, 191 yards rushing, led by Favor O'Keer, 19 carries for 83 yards. Coleman Welsh finished with 12 carries, 49 yards, and a touchdown. Lewis Atkinson, 5 carries, 23 yards, and the game winner in double overtime. Landon Toth, 8 carries, 26 yards. Damon Longfellow, 3 carries, 6 yards. Blaine Richards, 2 for 2 yards. Justice Reese, 1 for 3 yards. Through the air, 28 yards passing by Rock Springs. Justice Reese was 2 of 8 for 11 yards. Seth Hymas was 1 of 3 for 17 yards. 2 catches, 19 yards for O'Keer, 1 for 9 for Longfellow. Rock Springs penalized 1 time for 10 yards. For Central, just 59 yards rushing, led by Kobe Goosens, 20 carries for 59 yards. Dawson McCleary, 6 for 9. Nico Vite, 2 carries, -9 yards. McCleary, 23 of 37 for 217 yards and 2 interceptions this evening. Nico Vite caught 11 passes for 100 yards. Blaine Dilly, 6 for 78. Ty Langley, 3 catches for 18 yards, and Brady Storbo, 2 catches for 17 yards. He also had a 2-point conversion. Tanner Bullock blocked a punt. Matt Millen returned it back for a touchdown, and then Storbo, the 2-point conversion after that. Nico Vite had the potential game-winning field goal blocked in the first overtime from 22 yards out. 4 penalties, 22 yards on the Indians. Final score 14-8, double overtime. We'll take a timeout, come back with some scores around the state right after this. You're listening to high school football here on KFBC.
Hi, this is Lacey from Frontier Arms. Come in and check out our large selection of daily use firearms and accessories. We got new arrivals, firearms daily, and special ordering.
Huh?
Here at Frontier Arms, we are dedicated to providing the best customer service and the best prices for firearms in town. Check us out on Facebook or our new website, frontierarmswi.com. Open Monday
Yeah.
through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturday, 9 a.m.
What'd he say to that?
Frontier Arms is live located on 611.
Probably not. That's too bad. They played so hard. They played better. They played better. Okay. Welcome back, everybody, to Risky Field. Final score 14-8, double overtime as Central falls to 0-3 on the season. Rock Springs, their first win of the year, 1-2. Some other scores to pass along to you. They're in the third. Number 2, Natrona leading top-ranked Sheridan 14-7. Number 4, Thunder Basin all over third-ranked East 27-3 in the third quarter. 5th-ranked Kelly Walsh on top of South now 27-7 in the fourth. And Laramie leading Campbell County 37-0 in the third quarter. Burns leading Moorcroft 41-30 in the fourth quarter. Number 2, Pine Bluffs in 1A beat Wright 47-0 tonight to improve to 2-0. We'll take a final timeout, come back and wrap things up after this. You're listening to high school football here on KFBC. All right. Chad will do it.